up? Man, y'all got me for about 40 minutes. Then I gotta clock back in, but let's go ahead and get to it. Who are the Raiders going to draft at quarterback? I honestly have no freaking idea. And it really is a crapshoot because once that first name comes off the board, that's when you kind of know where we're gonna go. So there's a honestly, man, the two top names in every board for everybody is C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. A lot of people are high on them. I gotta say, like every mock draft, I see them going 1 and 2, either or. And it's kind of interesting, man. I took a good look at Bryce Young's tape. Kids of Drew Brees, dude. The kids of Drew Brees. The reason why, if you look at the way that man plays, what he does is a lot about timing and space. He does. This guy could play blindfolded. He practically cannot see in front of him because how tall is fucking. You're throwing over linemen 90% of the time, but he doesn't need to. The way he plays is a lot of pinpoint accuracy and knowing exactly where your receivers are without even seeing them. So he plays a lot with how would you say faith in his receivers. I see that the way he plays is he knows where his guys are going to be. He knows exactly where to put the ball, and if he puts it where he needs to put it, he's gonna nail a fucking score or get the first down or do whatever he got to do. CJ Stroud, on the other hand, big playability. Honestly, that arm is something else. Like CJ Stroud got his throwing mechanics that I don't think I've seen since like honestly, man. He kind of reminds me, and this is high praise of Patrick Mahomes with the way he throws. See, CJ Stroud, that dude got like I'm talking. He could wing it. Like that dude can actually put up some pretty balls, bro. Pause. I mean, God, pretty balls. Anyways, man, yeah, he could throw it. And then after that, it's a fucking toss up, dude. It's a fucking toss up. So though, either both those guys are probably going 1 and 2. And then who knows? Who fucking knows? I mean, I'm on I'm on the hooker train right now. No pun intended. I'm on the pause again, I guess. I don't know. I kind of like Hendon Hooker, man. I like the way that dude plays. He is coming off an injury. Um, there's a good chance he might be there at 7. You know, I like that. I like that. So, but what I keep hearing a lot of people say is, Hendon Hooker might actually fall to the second round. If that's the case, that's fine by me, man. I kind of want to go defense in the first round, anyways. But yo, I think he's someone that you would want to pick up if you were able to trade back, in my opinion, because I think that's a little bit of a reach, just a slight reach to pick him up at 7. Actually, it's not even a slight reach. That's a reach, dude. That's a reach. Just my opinion, but it's a reach. Then you have other players like fucking Will Levis, Anthony Richardson. Dude, Will Levis, I've heard nothing but horrible things about this kid, and I put on a couple of videos from him, and he's fucking good. He's fucking really good. Yo, honestly, I see good things about him, but um, his choice in coffee, I'm really too fond of that. I haven't met one person in Raider Nation that is. I mean, but as for his game tape, he ain't that bad, guys. He ain't that bad. So he's actually got some good shit. Now Anthony Richardson though, that dude's a freak of nature, man. He is a freak of fucking nature. I think it's more of upside, but the problem is I think a lot of Raider Nation want him because he's kind of like fancy, like he's flashy, like he got that, he's like that shiny thing that you just want to grab. It's like I honestly think he, from what I hear, he's actually good in the books. Like he's pretty smart, man. You got some brains. So like that's good to know. That's good to know. I honestly don't think um it's gonna be easy for him to learn this system because of how complicated it is, and we had like a 9-year vet that fucking couldn't figure it out. It takes a while, so it's a good thing if we were to pick up Anthony Richardson. That's something that, like, hey bro, he's gonna sit a year, so it is what it is, man. He gonna sit a year. You don't gotta, you ain't gotta stress that. uh However, I mean, well, then again, we got Jimmy G, so he might just sit 3 games and then come in and then play for 4 games and then knock on wood. All right. Anyways, guys, but I wanted to know who do y'all think we gonna get? Who do you guys think we are going to get? Because I believe that if the 2 top players that on everybody's board drops to number 3, we're gonna trade up. I personally don't want to trade up. I personally think we should get a fucking baller right there at 7. But I understand. And I support it. I support the decision to make that move, because at the end of the day, we don't plan on picking this high again. This is something that we don't want to have. This is a position that we like that we're in, that we don't want to be in the future. So as a Raider fan, I say if you could capitalize on the situation that you are in, might as well. Might as well. I'm okay with that. They got my full support on that. I bet and I'm backing on that. But as far as I'm concerned, like if they're there at 3, I get it. It makes sense to pull the trigger and trade up. It does. However, personally speaking, I want someone that's gonna make an impact on that defense. And I'll be honest with you, if you got a sure thing at 7 of someone that could come in and really make an impact, I want to pull that trigger for that defensive baller. I want to pull the trigger for someone that's an alpha dog on D. So like, so like, you know what I mean? It's like I just want someone that's gonna come in and make an impact. Totally, be effective. Be effective. Just be effective. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and check the chat. I actually haven't checked the chat at all. So, hey, what up, Wasted? Good to see you, man. I salute Robert Pena. How you doing, man? Anthony Estrada, how you doing, bro? The numbers, hey, man. Shit. Draft all defense. Maybe one online guy. Yeah, man. Raider Al, hey, bro, how you doing, man? Jay's Raider, what's up, bro? There's enough hookers in Las Vegas. Yeah, man, I hear you. Jalen Carter at number 7. Hooker in the 2nd round. If a QB doesn't work out, Williams and May will be available to draft next season. Stack those picks, trade the farm, move up. Yeah, see, that's something. Hey, what up, Manny the Bruce? How you doing, bro? Yo, Raider Al, you bring up a good point. Yo, we could just, we could just sell the farm next year, trade up into the top picks. So that is a possibility. But honestly, man, that's not a sustainable platform to build a franchise, man. Personally, I understand, like, if you got a once in a lifetime talent, you got one of those guys that is gonna come in and be a starter right away at quarterback and make a huge difference for this team. I get it. Like, if you're gonna trade the farm for him, that's a much needed position, But if you can't get a lot more players around him and a lot more players to build off of with the rookie contracts. Those rookie contracts, they're gold, guys. They're fucking gold. And I'm not talking about just offense, I'm talking about defense. So you want to be able to sustain a franchise for long term and be competitive long term. you're gonna have to take advantage of rookie contracts, and that includes next year's. You got to look past this year. You got to look into next year and know that if you got to go offense, you want to stick. You want that guy to stick around for a good, 5 years. Like, and be able to work around that. So, hey, that's just my opinion on that one, man. But I get what you're saying. That is a possibility, and hey, I understand. Like, I'm okay with going and getting Hooker in the second round, dude. Hooker he's good, dude. He is fucking good. Like, I honestly think he'd probably be like right there neck and neck with C.J. Stroud if he wouldn't have got, if it weren't for that injury that kind of pushes him back in the draft. Uh, but C.J. Stroud just he got that whoa factor, man. Some of those some of the highlights I watched of him, I'm like, what? Like, I honestly am in awe, man. I'm like, whoa, dude. I've seen Derek Carr maybe throw 3 times like that in his 9-year career, but he did like 5 passes in a row. Like, it was like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, this kid got it. He got that throwing motion, but like, how is he with pressure in his face? How is he with when it's bearing down on him? And there's a couple plays I picked up where he was on it. He was on it. So it was like there's other variables, man. How you going to translate into the NFL, and it's a whole different ball game once you're in the NFL, man. You can't even. It's apples and oranges, man. It's like so. But so far so good, man. I'm really impressed by him. But Hooker, I like his game, dude. I like his game. I think he's a solid pickup. I just personally don't think we should get him at 7. I personally don't think we should get him at 7. So I agree with you. Second round, if he's there, fuck you trade up and get his ass. Like, you get him. But at 7, I would trade back and see if he's still around after we trade back. Sure, I understand. I understand getting them after you trade back, pick up some extra picks. Machiavelli 7 days. How do you feel about Jimmy G being our QB? Uh Not gonna lie, I was a little pissed. I'm not gonna front, guys, because all the hype, all the build up about Aaron Rodgers, man. The videos after videos after videos I watched about us going after Aaron Rodgers. I kind of was on that. I'm not gonna lie. I bought into the hype. I really thought we would, make a move and go after him. So I even said it on one of these guys' lives. I can't remember who, but on one of their lives, I even said, like, hey, yo, I'll tell you what. I am so sold on this. We're gonna go after Aaron Rodgers that if we actually settle for Jimmy G, I'm gonna lose my shit. And for a minute there, I did lose my shit. I'm not gonna lie, man. When I found out we actually weren't gonna get Aaron Rodgers, and I started looking at the board and seeing who was available and who we might go after in free agency for quarterback, I came to the conclusion that it was going to be Jimmy G. And I remember at that moment, I was looking at my phone and I was like, fuck. I was like, mother, like, and it was so random because I literally it was basically, I think it was a day after we basically came to the decision that we weren't going to go after Aaron Rodgers. We weren't going to make any offers. We weren't going to do any of that. And I get it. All right. You like, again, I said it before. You cannot. It's not a sustainable franchise to trade picks for one player, even if that is the most important position on the field. It's still not a way you build a franchise. Build the team and maintain an organization for success. So I get it, I understand, but I was really on that hype train, man. I was buying in, and yeah. So yeah. When we got Jimmy G, I was a little pissed. I'm not gonna lie, but I accepted it pretty quickly. I came around on it fairly, quickly. So and at the end of the day, guys, he does have a good resume. It's not a healthy resume, but it's a good resume. Health wise, I just don't know. See, And here's the thing, guys. A lot of people, I actually heard this from someone outside of Raider Nation. This was someone that actually ain't even a Raider fan. He told me this personally. The thing about Jimmy G is you got to put him amongst a bunch of quarterbacks that got injured for the 49ers, man. I don't know what the fuck that coaching staff does. I think their health and endurance coach needs to be fucking fired because every single quarterback on that roster got injured last year. It was bad. Like, wow. Like, I didn't realize how many fucking quarterbacks they went through. Like, and it I think I did mention it once, but like a lot of their quarterbacks just tend to get injured a lot, dude. So I'm hoping that might have something to do with it because you see patterns like that, and once I think I've said this a bunch of times, once is probability, twice is coincidence, three times you got a fucking pattern, and there was 3 fucking times the quarterback got injured in that offense, and so it maybe is just not a quarterback friendly offense. I don't know. But all I know is we do gotta work around Jimmy G. We do gotta plan ahead, and we do gotta make sure that he's safe and protected. So, hey man, I honestly am against drafting anybody but a defensive player in the first round. If there's a if unless hear me out, unless C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young are at number 3, I would understand trading up and going after them. I would understand. It makes total sense. It does, because that's something you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta pull the trigger, man. All right, let's see what we got. Ready Chris, how you doing, man? Anthony Estrada, how you doing? How many games do you think we win, John? To be honest, I never do this, guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like I got us at like 9 wins. To be honest with you, maybe less. 9 wins or under, dude. I'm okay. Like, put it this way, I'm okay with showing improvement, but I'm not going in with high expectations after what the fuck I seen last year, right? And so I am okay with having the expectation of just improving and seeing where we go from there. So. Mm-hmm. Let's see what we got. Malcolm Valley 7 days. How you doing, man? Salute. Hey, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for y'all. A lot of salutes in the chat. Okay. Hey, Dark, how you doing, man? Rajon. Once in a while, I go back into my memory bank and I picture your rants, the old ones. Good times. Yeah, man, I got a lot of them. I was known for that, going on rants. Truth is, guys, like that. I honestly love coming on here and venting. That is my thing during the season because I gotta let it out. I gotta cut loose. And if something's pissing me off about the team that I love, I'm gonna let it be known. And I think that this is kind of a form of therapy for me, like to actually be able to speak on something and just let it rip. So yeah, man, I have a lot of rants, man. I got plenty of rants. I think I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I did a top 10, my favorite rants of just myself, I gotta go with the 2017, 2017 matchup against the Ravens that we lost. And it was, yeah, I went off. I went off. I remember that game. I was trying to keep calm, and then it just kept building up and building up. As you know what, fuck it. I did a video, and it was gonna be a short video. That was gonna be my joke. I was gonna make a video about everything we did good, and it was gonna be like 1 minute long. That was gonna be like a joke of my expression to that. And I remember doing that video, and I already finished it, the 1 minute, And I was like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I went back and I was like, now I'm gonna talk about everything that pissed me off. And I went off. Like I just started talking shit. And I swear to God, I don't think I've ever talked that fast, like ever. And that right there was one of my you know, bitter better moments. I would call it. But yeah, man, I got a lot of rants, man. There are some good old days and there's some bad days, but there's some times where I go a little bit over the top. But hey, man, that's just me. That's just me. Jay's Raider, how you doing, man? I think uh, same here. Yeah, yeah, you were on fire in 2017. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, the whole thing is, I remember I made this quote and it went around. I think a couple people talked about it. When Derek Carr plays under like 7 degrees, does his balls fall off or some shit? I said like that. And the thing is, I was actually a Carr supporter at the time, so like you could just imagine, like, yeah, some things didn't sit well with some of my fellow fans, but yeah. Man. Yeah, so is there anybody, for the few people that are in the chat, is there anybody that, you know, people aren't talking about that you think might be a target for the Raiders going into the draft at quarterback? Now, let's go ahead and get back on the quarterback train. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this, man, because honestly, guys, I'm pretty high on the four known guys. You know, you got your Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, and like yo Hooker, dude. And Hendon Hooker, he's probably in my opinion, the target that we're gonna look at. But at the same time, it's like, is there anybody that's like a little bit of an unknown that you guys want to bring up? I kind of want to do my research on some people, dude. I want to dive deep. I want to be able to you know, be surprised about something. I'm like, oh damn, oh I didn't. Good thing I heard about this guy. You know, I want to be able to do that. So if there's anybody that you guys want me to look into, go ahead and pop a name in the chat, and I'll look them up. Now I actually looked up personally the top 9. I think, yeah, top 9 quarterbacks in the draft according to NFL Draft Buzz. I'm gonna go ahead and go over that real quick until y'all start posting some names. All right, so number 1 in the quarter, and this is per position. This is quarterback right here. So number 1 in the NFL Draft Buzz is Bryce Young, of course. Everybody's really high on Bryce Young. C.J. Stroud, number 2, of course. And this pretty much follows like everybody's fucking mock draft right now. So it's like the same shit. Hendon Hooker at number 3 though. Will Levis at number 4. They got Anthony Richardson at number 5. Tanner McKee at number 6. Stinson Bennett at number 7. Jaren Hall at number 8. Clayton Tune at number 9. Now, I have not looked up maybe half of these guys. I want to say like maybe a 1, 2, 3, 4. I looked up him 5. Yeah, I've looked up probably a little more than half these guys then. If it's 5, yeah, because there's only 9 of them. But some of these guys I want to look into. Have any of you guys heard of these guys? Anyways, I think who's this guy? I think I might have heard of Jaren Hall. Don't quote me on that, but I think I might have heard of him, but you know, I'm not sure. But it's just funny, man. It's like you got these. You really got these 5, and then it kind of takes a drop off because they got gradings right here on the side. Bryce Young's a 92.6 grade. Got C.J. Stroud's a 92 grade, and then after those two, drops down to Hendon Hooker, who's an 87. So like, the thing about Hendon Hooker, man, I really liked his ability to hang on to the ball. I really like the fact that he's only thrown like 5 picks in like 2 years. The dude is, you know, really good with ball control. That's a big thing for Josh McDaniel's system too. Is you gotta not turn the ball over. So that's cool. The one thing I will say though, I did watch a a couple game tape. When I watched his highlights, it was pure like, you know, oh damn, that was nice, that was nice, that was nice. But when I actually watched a full game tape and like, you know, an hour's worth of snaps, um, the guy tends to do a lot of checkdowns. I mean, it's understandable. It's understandable. Uh, but I mean that's something that, you know, you would you take with a grain of salt, man. It's like if it ain't there, he's gonna check it down. And maybe I got a little bit of PTSD when it comes to you know, a certain quarterback that shall not be named doing some shit like that. But I don't know. I don't know. What do y'all think? Didn't Carolina say they loved AR? So yeah, Carolina said they really liked AR, you know, but I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I'm a little up in the air with Carolina, man. I have no clue what they're gonna do. Like they could go CJ Stroud, they could go, um, if they pick up Anthony Richardson #1 overall, I wouldn't. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. But that would see, that's the thing. I like Anthony Richardson for a number of reasons. One, yeah, the dude's a freak of nature. If we were to pick him up, I guess I would understand it. I honestly wouldn't want to go #7 for him, but like, you know, hey, you know what? If he's your guy, he's your guy. But the thing about him is like, it's like you're choosing potential over proven, you know, record, over over experience and proven record. You know, it's like these guys above him, these guys that are, you know, that are on everybody's mock draft above this guy. They may not have as much, you know, a physical ability as he does, but they got, when it comes to actual record and experience and, you know, a proven resume, the night and day, bro, night and day. The guy, what? Anthony Richardson's only had what, 13 starts or some shit. I mean, yo, sometimes that's all it takes, though, guys. Sometimes that's all it takes. You know, is someone to take a chance on somebody and they could work a miracle. It's possible. Shit happens. Crazier things have happened in this lifetime. So, yeah. But Carolina, I mean, Carolina is like, they're definitely going quarterback, of course, because you don't trade for the #1 overall pick and not go quarterback. That's a no. But I honestly don't know what they're gonna do, guys. They're gonna pick a quarterback. I just don't know who. Bryce Young is probably the easy choice, but a lot of people are skeptical about his height. The thing about Bryce Young is, like, I'm be real with you. He is what Sean Payton needs. He's basically that type of player that could work a Sean Payton's offense. Someone that knows exactly where his wide receivers are going to be, that knows how to work a scheme to his benefit without being able to, you know, actually see. And there are times where, you know, he's going to be able to put the ball in places that nobody else could put it, but that's because he got the ability to throw over a lineman and still hit a fucking bullseye. Like, so the guy's incredible. So I don't give a fuck about his height. His height is irrelevant as far as I'm concerned, because his consistency, accuracy, and ability to throw the ball, it's damn near second to none in this draft. So it's, if not, it is second to none in this draft. So I get it. But CJ Stroud, man, he's just something else. He's that's it's a toss up, guys. It's a little bit of a toss up. I wish we go DT, cornerback, linebacker, QB within the top 100 picks. I hear you, Dart. That makes sense. I personally want to go DT. There's a kid. Let me see. I think his name's Clancy. What's his fucking name? I don't even know, man. I want to say his name's. Let's see if I can find this shit. See, my boy really thinks we're gonna go get Carter. I just don't see it after that accident that took place. It's just something. It's a little touchy subject for this franchise when it comes to that kind of situation. Um, but you know, it's one of those things, guys. Like you don't want to judge someone off of one decision, and we do that all the time in life. You know, we all do that kind of shit. But when you have been through a situation like this franchise has been through when it comes to a similar situation, you can't blame them for making that type of decision and making that type of better safe than sorry choice. It's just something it's gonna come with the territory. What is that guy's name? Now I'm all freaking curious. Every single time I get on live, dude, I've watched this cat on his highlights. I want to say like 12 times already, and I knew his name coming in, but every single time I jump on here, I forget his fucking name. It irritates the shit out of me, man. This is like the second time I jumped on here, but yeah, this is like last time too. I just drew a blank, and it happened again. It's like fuck. What's up, big worm? Mm. How you doing, my man? Good to see you. Levis every time. Yo, the thing about Levis is like I like his game. All right. From what I've seen, I like this game. I thought he was decent. But that coffee's yeah. Nah. I don't know. Yeah, hey yo. We all got our little quirks. We all got our little slight decisions that some people disapprove of. But that's yeah, that's that's funny, man. I didn't think that's just something out of left field that I didn't think people do. But okay. Let me see what else we got. Shit. Yeah, but the quarterback situation, in my opinion, we're gonna be okay, guys. We're gonna be okay. Here's the thing. I think that we could actually go all defense this year, personally speaking, and then worry about quarterback next year. And that I know that sounds like a little bit weird to make a decision like that. I know we're gonna get a quarterback. Like, don't get me wrong. But this is what I think. I think that we could do that, and we can make it work. Because at the end of the day, guys, the situations last year, a lot of it came because we blew a lot of leads. We couldn't put the fucking nail in the coffin, guys. And so there's some things that we just got to worry about other than quarterback at this moment. That's the reason why I'm all in on going like, defense in the first round. I'm all in on that. But I just know if quarterback is there, we're gonna get him, and I'm okay with it. I understand. It's a totally understandable decision. Personally, I think we got other things we should focus on, but I get it. Makes sense. Let's see what we got. How much time I got? Yeah, I'm about to head back in a little bit, guys. But still ain't seen any suggestions about quarterbacks. All right. Since Witherspoon will not be there when we pick, it's probably best to trade down and get Joey Porter. Wither Witherspoon. That's the cornerback, right? Yeah. Yeah. Josh McDaniels play calling be good in the first and second quarter, and then be garbage in the second quarter. Yeah, man. The big problem with Josh McDaniels play calling is he could not comprehend what he had at his disposal in the first 4 games. See, like the thing is, like he thought he had all these weapons on offense that he should pass, pass, pass. At the end of the day, if you really look at it, when we started winning and started actually looking like a good team, was when we ran the fucking ball. And it took him forever to rely on Josh Jacobs to take it home for us. And the moment he started to, that's when we started playing good. Um, and I think it might be one of those things where he was just in his head. He didn't know what he had. Now he does, and now he actually does knows what he has way more than he did last year because there's an actual established platform of players that he has worked with in the past. So maybe it might improve, maybe it might not, but I am willing to wait and see on this one. I am willing to wait and see. Don't get me wrong. I will be trashing the shit out of this coaching staff and the regime that took over if it looks like shit. I am not gonna hold my tongue for shit. I will not bite my tongue when it comes to stuff that I know should be improved. I'm not so I will not hold back on that shit. Trust me on that. But I am willing to give it a shot. I am willing to give it a chance this second time around. No excuses. You brought in you guys. You brought in your quarterback. You made decisions to improve. Now let's see improvement. Shout out from Utah. Thank you, Mario. Good to see you, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I get it. Big Worm. Anthony Estrada. Man, no more bickering anymore with the entire nation again. Bro, we're gonna find something to bicker about. Let's be real about this. Let's be real about this, dude. We are going to argue. This is what we do. We're family, man. This is how family works. We're gonna find something to complain about. We're gonna find something to argue about, and that's okay, as long as we don't become the divided divided nation that I've dealt with for the past 5 to 9 years. It is what it is, man. Some people are gonna want to go take it there, but as far as I'm concerned, you can have your own opinion. I can have my own opinion. As long as we're not taking cheap shots, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, but that's my thoughts on quarterback, guys. Feel free to leave some comments after the video posts, and let me know what you think I should look into. What quarterbacks I should look into. Maybe there's someone that I didn't mention that you guys think, and I'll look into it. All right. But I'm gonna have to go, guys. I have to head back to work. Y'all know what it is. Much love. Thank y'all for rocking with me, man. Appreciate y'all that showed up. Much love. All right, man. All right. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.